On the Colts watch, the team's season opener is on Sunday in Houston against the Texans.
And there's no doubt all eyes will be on the Colts' new quarterback, Matty Ice. And tonight, Ryan is talking to our sports director, Anthony Calhoun, ahead of the big game.
Year 15. Year 15. Unbelievable. When you go back to year one, did you ever think that you would be riding in this NFL game for 15 years?
I hoped, but I never knew. I certainly never thought I'd be 37. I was a 23-year-old kid back then. But it goes quickly, and it's a fun ride. But I'm certainly excited to be at a position, in my career to be playing here in Indianapolis and part of a great team.
What has impressed you the most about this organization?
I think just, their commitment to winning. And it starts at the top. Mr. Irsay, he does everything he can to provide everything for the players, to give them the best opportunity to be at their best. And then you talk about Chris and him putting together, this roster. And then Frank, coaching these guys up, has the experience of winning a championship as a coach, has a great career as a player, understands, kind of that nuance as well. So it's really been a fun experience for me the last 4 or 5 months.
We're going to kick off the season on the road against Houston down there in Texas. So the Colts, I hate to bring the news to you, I'm sure you're aware of this, haven't won a season opener since 2013.
Yeah.
What message will you send to the guys? Because I know it's important to get off to a good start, right?
Yeah, a good start's always important. And it's one of those things. Our work started back in April when we got into this building, and I think the urgency and the intensity has been there right from the start. And we just got to continue to grow that as the year goes on. But a fast start would be a good thing.
Your first sight, if you will, of seeing Jonathan Taylor was that Bills game where he just lit the Bills up. Now, seeing him live in action, how special has it been to see him go to work?
It's unbelievable. Players are always special when you watch them on tape. There's certain guys that jump off the screen, but there's something different in person, and when you're with him every day, you see the way that he works. You just see some of the cuts that he makes. He gets into the open field, the speed that he has. It's really cool to see. He's a great teammate.
I know in your press conference, your opening press conference, you had a lot of praise for Peyton Manning. As a matter of fact, when I was connecting with Peyton, I mentioned to him that you spoke so highly of him, how much he's helped you in your career. Have you spoken to him at all? Has he given you some insight these past few weeks?
Yeah, he's one of the guys. He's always, sending a text at different times, checking in, see how things are going. If there's something that I have a question about or anything like that, I know I can always reach out. But yeah, he's been in contact. And he's the best. I've said it, from the start. There's nobody that has made a bigger impact on this city than Peyton Manning. And, hopefully we're looking at some of the banners behind here. Hopefully we can make a little impact like that too.
Yeah, I was talking to Tony Dungy today, and he had mentioned to me that when he spoke to Peyton Manning, when Peyton left here from the Colts, he wanted to make sure that he at least go to another team that's in the AFC. As for you, all those years in NFC, now you got the AFC. Like, how much of a challenge is that for you?
Yeah, it's different, as you start to look at the opponents that you're going to play, throughout the year. I was seeing a lot of these teams once every, 4 years. And so, your familiarity with some of the teams and, some of the players, there's some extra work that you need to do there. But at the end of the day, football's football.
2 more questions for you. We'll let you get out of here and have a little fun with you. Any rituals at all for you before games?
No, I mean, I'm routine. I've got a routine. I show up about the same time. I kind of have the same warm up, but I'm not a left sock on first or same thing to eat. I kind of go with the flow.
And final question, y'all at home, you guys know I love to golf, but I think this man like it probably more than me. We see you with the Travis Matthew gear on.
Yeah.
That being said, do we have any good golfers here on this team? I know you played with some of the guys this summer.
Yeah, I've played with a handful of different guys. Ryan Kelly, for a big guy, he swings it pretty good. He swings it pretty good. Desmond Patman, he loves it. I think nobody on our team loves playing golf more than Des, and he sneaks out all the time. He's getting better too. Quarterbacks are always usually decent players. Our guys are pretty good. So.
All right, man. But thank you so much for your time. All the best to you and all the best to you and your family. Hope it's a great stay for you here in Indianapolis. Okay.
Thank you.